Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the campus of Fishers High School in Fishers, Indiana, for the IHSAA Sectional Softball Tournament, being brought to you live on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 25 years of business. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors tonight, those being Noblesville Trophies, Wofford Theater Movies on the Road, Bold and Sassy Salon, and Indiana Restoration. I am Brad Silbert along with Craig Atkins. Craig, it is a beautiful afternoon for softball here in central Indiana.
Yeah, we couldn't ask for better weather, and I was thinking, and I said to somebody else a little while ago when I got here that 2 years ago it was a flip-flop in weather because it was just almost a torrential downpour. I think it was between games, if I'm not mistaken. But nonetheless, it was a very rainy southeastern part of the county and here in Hamilton County 2 years ago during sectional time.
Well, any time during April and May, you're taking a chance on the weather. And I was telling people the other day on my normal schedule, a year ago, I never had a rain out. This year, I had the schedule changed so many times, as you did, as we have here on Hamilton County Television, that we really, had a lot of makeup dates in that. But anyways, on to the business of the day. We have the Westfield Shamrocks and the Hamilton Southeastern Royals in Game 1 tonight, and we're going to turn it over to public address announcer John Brooks here in just a minute for the introduction of the players. But the Shamrocks come in here at 12-12, the Royals at 13-8. Your thought on these teams, Craig?
This, honestly, two teams, obviously playing in what we all like to call a meat grinder conference in the Hoosier Crossroads Conference, that, a tough season for the bottom team in the conference in Fishers at 0-6, but you got to believe that they fought through all those games.
Well, Fishers won the sectional last year. And with the strong pitching of Gabby Schneider, but of course she went on to college, and as we all well know, things change every year. And unfortunately for the Tigers, they didn't have as good of a season as they would have liked to have had, and which was maybe somewhat expected with the loss of a star pitcher. But anyways, these teams, as we look at them coming in here, very evenly matched. When you look at the paperwork and look at all the stats, the records may be just a little bit deceiving with the Shamrocks at 500 and the Royals only with one more win, but 4 less losses in the standings.
The one thing that sticks out to me, when checking out the stats on maxpreps.com is that Westfield smacked 25 home runs during the regular season, and obviously they play up in their competition levels. With playing Greenfield Central and every team in the Hoosier Crossroads Conference, a 14-12 loss to Terre Haute South, and just being in every game despite being 12-12 coming into sectionals. And Southeastern, they always,
welcome to Fishers High School for a
they cook reloads.
Softball. Thanks for joining us.
Let's turn it over to public address announcer John Brooks. John's going to give the introductions of the players and the national anthem tonight.
At the west end of the stadium. We look forward to a good night of softball. And now for our starting lineups. First, for our non-starters for the Westfield Shamrocks. Number 7, Caroline Naiman. Number 10, Claire Hapley. Number 14, Emily Caulfield. Number 16, Madeline Hunter. Number 18, Georgia Hapley. Number 23, Corinne Moulter. And number 33, Emily Revercombe. And now for the starting lineup. At first base, number 21, Lexi Martin. In center field, 00, Dory Thompson. Starting on the mound for the Lady Shamrocks, number 9, Cassidy Ferrer. At third base, number 22, Ashley Swordart. The designated player this evening, number 20, Kelsey Powers. In left field, number 13, Grace Bean. In right field, number 24, Alexis McClure. At second base, number 15, Lexi Martin. Starting at shortstop, number 3, Reagan Nickel. Your flex player behind the plate, number 8, Savannah Arvin. The Lady Shamrocks are coached by Brian Rebercombe. And now for the Hamilton Southeastern Royals. Starting with the non-starters, number 7, Jayla Gilliam. Number 10, Jenny Tarak. Number 14, Brianna Zook. Number 15, Danielle Planet. Number 17, Holly Hosfeld. Number 19, Lillian Liner. Number 22, Lily Upchurch. Number 24, Caitlin Schonborn. Number 34, Anna Lucas. And number 42, Kaylin Winsett. And now for the starting lineup. In left field, number 11, Abby Taylor. At shortstop, number 27, Nicole Dillo. Starting at second base, number 3, Jordan Rager. At third base, number 44, Livy Ratliff. Starting behind the plate for your Lady Royals, number 31, Ashton Keel. Your designated player, number 35, Nicole Lang. At first base, number 9, Kaylee Carter. In center field, number 6, Shelby Berthold. In right field, number 1, Eliza Moore. Your flex player this evening, starting on the mound for the Royals, number 16, Alexis Maka. The Royals are coached by Dave Cook and Jeff Moore. At this time, if you would please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Greg, we're just about ready for softball here. It is just a gorgeous afternoon here in eastern Hamilton County. And if I look at my phone right now, it is telling me it is 69 degrees. And we have a wind that is blowing basically almost straight out of the south. I'd say maybe 5 miles, 10 miles an hour at the most. Probably won't be too much of a factor in this game.
Can't beat this weather with a stick. I mean, just, the sunny, beautiful days we've wanted all spring when we've had all these postponements and cancellations, and we get the sectional week for both softball and baseball. And for the first 2 days anyway, we have great weather scheduled for tonight and tomorrow night. Hopefully the weather scheduled for Wednesday for baseball sectional at Westfield kind of gets pushed away.
It looks a little iffy right now, but hopefully you won't jinx it. Let's talk a little bit about Alexis Maka here, the starting pitcher for the Royals. She comes in here with a 4-4 record, a 2.93 ERA, pitched 69.1 innings. But here's one of the statistics that really sticks out, Craig, that I think is important. 76 strikeouts and only 16 walks.
That's an astounding number. I mean, because if you take a look on the other side of the coin with Cassidy Ferrer, 74 Ks to 37, so she's got a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, but that's astounding numbers out of Maka. 76 strikeouts to just 16 based on balls, and you just don't hear of that these days in softball.
Leading off for the Lady Shamrocks, number 21.
We're set for our first hitter.
First baseman Lexi Martin steps in, leading off this first of 2 games here this afternoon. In a couple of hours, we'll be still here. We'll be bringing you Noblesville and Carmel, so stay tuned for that. We're about to get underway with the first pitch. First pitch is a strike, called strike. A little bit high, but right at the top of the zone.
Floated right in there. Kind of caught Martin off guard to start things off.
I think Martin was maybe thinking for a fastball, and she got an off speed there to begin with. Swing and a miss at the high heat. That time she got the fastball. Just about the same height, but maybe a little more inside. So Martin is in the hole 0-2.
Well, she thought, okay, maybe since she was looking for a fastball first pitch, I'm going to get her this time on second. Now we've got an 0-2 count.
The 0-2 pitch, way outside.
I don't think she's going to reach out that far or extend her bat across the plate that far.
Well, she's a freshman, but plays more like an upperclassman. Very disciplined there, not going after that pitch. That one's high, evens up the count at 2-2.
Good crowd on hand so far with Westfield and Southeastern fans.
I see the Millers are in the house already. And I haven't seen if Carmel's here yet or not. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Lexi Martin goes down swinging for the first out of the inning.
You know, and as I walked in behind the third base dugout on the fence of the 5 rows of bleachers there, they've got the Fisher softball school records and the firsts with only not that many years in existence of the program. Gabby Schneider, 549 career strikeouts.
That's amazing. That's an amazing statistic. First pitch to center fielder Dory Thompson, a little bit outside for ball 1. That one's high, 2-0.
Some good eyes on the head of Martin right now as those pitches looked hittable.
Three 3-0.
Westfield looking for that first base runner aboard.
Not very often that Alexis Maka goes down that far in the count. She's usually ahead in the count. There's a strike over the inside corner.
Yep, she found that inside corner and painted it.
3 balls and a strike early here in the first inning. Thompson batting .400, a junior. That one's high. So the Shamrocks do have a base runner here in the first inning.
Wow, just the 17th walk on the season for Alexis Maka.
Yeah, we were talking about that just before the game and, lauding how well she's doing. And second batter, she walks on a 3-1 count.
Here comes one of the power hitters for Westfield, Cassidy Ferrer. 8 home runs on the season.
Now, the right-handed batters are definitely going to have an advantage today. That ball may float out of here. That was a nice play there by Nicole Dillo. She picked it up on one hop over to Jordan Rager, gets the force on Thompson for the second out, and Cassidy Ferrer officially reaches on a fielder's choice. I would have thought she might have been a little bit more disciplined. She just went right after that first pitch.
She may be a little bit anxious.
Well, especially after the last runner walked. Mm-hmm. I would have thought she might have waited and at least made her put one across the plate first. There's a nice curveball.
She floated that right in there. Swart out another good hitter as she hits in that 4-hole.
Defensively for the Royals, it's Abby Taylor, Shelby Berthold, and Eliza Moore, left to right. There's a foul back, 0-2. Libby Ratliff, Nicole Dillo, Jordan Rager, Kaylee Carter, third to first. Batteries Ashton Keel and Alexis Maka.
Looks like Carmel Greyhounds coming through the gates now.
Mm-hmm.
They in Noblesville will get their time over in the cage beyond the first base dugout.
Maka gets ready to send the 0-2 pitch into Swartout. There's a ground ball just past the outstretched arms of Nicole Dillo.
Swartout stretched out her bat to get that.
So the first hit of the game, and the Shamrocks have got runners on first and second with 2 outs. It's just amazing how the diamond being a little smaller in softball, how those balls can just what you think should be a routine ground ball gets out to the outfield, because Dillo made a great effort to try to get there, but just plain and simple could not get there. Kelsey Power comes in. She's a junior batting .400. Lots of power in this lineup.
Yep, she's got 10 home runs, 33 driven in to lead the Shamrocks.
That one's outside for ball 1.
Puts Maka in a hole so far with 2 runners on. 2 outs that she probably didn't think she'd be in this early.
Yeah, I believe you're absolutely right. That one's a little high. 2-0.
Looked like before the game, Fisher's got a practice in here on the junior varsity field.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of action here at Fisher's High School today.
They will be playing on Wednesday.
Game 2.
Ball 3. 3-0. Give Powers the takes. You tell her you having her take it, or you have her swing away here?
I think she's got a green light.
I would say if she gets a good pitch, I would agree.
Up and in. That's
Ball
2
4.
walks. Wow.
2 walks so far in the inning. Grace Beam comes in hitting .308, one of the senior members of Brian Rivercomb's team. The Royals all huddle around Alexis Maka, just kind of telling her to just calm down. You know what to do. Just get the ball in there.
You know, you'd hate to see, say that's jitters. She is a senior. But that can happen. First game of the sectionals.
Oh, yeah.
You take the circle first. Huge opportunity if Westfield can capitalize. There's strike 1.
The bases are loaded, 2 outs. The top of the first, the Shamrocks with a golden opportunity here to put some runs on the board.
Ooh, checked it.
She went.
Yep.
0-2.
She can
I think she was called on the swing on that, not the pitch location.
She kind of turned a little bit.
Yeah, it looked a little high. A lot of options here for Maka. I'll bet she's coming right at her. There she goes. Struck her out.
They leave 3 on base.
So in the top of the first for the Shamrocks, no runs, no hits, or rather 1 hit, no errors, 3 left on the bases. So middle of the first, Shamrocks nothing, Royals coming to bat.
Just in time, or actually, I think the proms have already happened in the area, but
a lot of weddings coming
up.
Oh,
yeah, lots of weddings.
I know of a couple myself.
Yancey's Fine Apparel and Tuxedos in Noblesville can get you outfitted for that. They've been doing business in Noblesville for over 40 years. They're now located inside of Logan Street signs and banners. Enter through the north side door. Call Dan at 317-773-2973. They've got the best prices around from $110 to $155. Includes everything in your tuxedo rental needs.
To coin a phrase, Craig, the Royals dodged a huge bullet there in that first inning. They were very, very lucky to get out of this without without a lot of damage. With the heart of the Westfield order coming up and the batting averages of those players, just very, very fortunate that they are coming to bat here in the bottom of the first with no score on the scoreboard.
21 pitches for Monca that inning.
Defensively for the Shamrocks, left to right, it'll be Grace Beam, Dory Thompson, and Alexis McClure. Third to first, Ashley Swartout, who normally has played catcher most of the season. Reagan Nickel, Lexi Falls, and Lexi Martin. The battery is Savannah Arvin and Cassidy Farrar. Cassidy Farrar comes in with a 3.99 ERA, 7-9 on the season, 98.1 innings pitched, 74 strikeouts, 37 walks. She's definitely one of the heavy-duty people in the conference, and had a great career there at Westfield.
For your Lady Royals, number 11,
Abby Taylor steps in, 448 hitter.
Leads the Royals with 22 runs scored. That's something that you expect out of your leadoff hitters, to be able to get on and get around those bases.
There's a little line drive just over the outstretched hands of the third baseman Swartout. And the Royals' first pitch, one hit, one runner on already.
Seeing Westfield get 3 on base, and actually they had a fourth, but was forced out at second base and almost put runs on the board in the top of the first. Kind of probably got Southeastern a little anxious.
Well, it got them anxious, and it's I think it's important for the Royals at this point, Craig, that they need to put something on the board here or show that they're not going to roll over and play dead today. One strike on Nicole Dillo. That one's strike 2 over the outside corner.
Got herself quickly in an 0-2 hole.
Dillo, a 366 hitter. That one gets high and goes over the head of Arvin. And on the play, Abby Taylor moves down to second base. We'll call that a wild pitch.
Oh, yeah. Went clear over the glove of Arvin.
That was well over. I mean, she was totally standing up and jumping, and that was a foot over her glove. So that one definitely got away from Farrar. Count evens at 2-2. 1 on, no out. Bottom of the first. That one's inside.
Shoelaces.
So Dillo's worked it from an 0-2 count to a full count. Strike 3, swinging.
She got her to chase upstairs, and that was the objective that Cassidy Ferrer wanted to do. But nonetheless, on that wild pitch, there is a runner in scoring position with Jordan Rager up now. Just a bit outside on that first pitch.
Abby Taylor has 8 stolen bases this season. I don't know if she might be running or not here. 1-0 pitch. That one's popped up. Second baseman Lexi Falls goes back for it and misses it. And on the play, Abby Taylor takes third. I'm going to assume that's probably going to be an error on the second baseman Falls on that one. Let's see how they score that.
The third baseman, number 44, Libby Ratliff.
I think we're all shaking our heads up here. That's E4, unfortunately, on Falls.
Yeah, I'm going to score it as an error. So the Royals, with an opportunity here, with 2 on, 1 out, Libby Ratliff at the plate. She's also a .400 batter. That one's a little bit inside, evens up the count. I think Farrar wanted that one over the inside corner, but couldn't sell it to the umpire. 1-1, 1 out, 2 on. A little bit high, 2-1. Royals with runners on the corners. That one gets away, and that's going to score a run. Going to score that as a wild pitch. Craig, it looked like that one bounced in there.
Yep, that ball hit the dirt before it got to Arvin.
And on the play, Reagan advances to second. Ratliff up there with a 2-1 count. Three and 1, but let's correct that. So the Royals do get the first run of the game. There's a ground ball just outside of third for a foul ball. Full count once again. Both of the pitchers have been going deep into the count here. Both of them had a couple first pitch outs, and we've had them going deep in the count here.
And that's not something that both these pitchers are known for doing.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a well-hit ball to left field. That is gone. Home run for Libby Ratliff. Second hit of the inning, third run of the inning. And the Royals have jumped out to a 3-0 lead. And Craig, I think that ball was gone regardless of the wind today, unless we'd have had like a 25-mile-an-hour wind blowing in. But we do have a little bit of a wind blowing out, but I don't think it was a big factor. That ball was just very, very well hit by Libby Ratliff, and the Royals jump out to a 3-1 lead after potentially having 2 or 3 runners in scoring position for the Shamrocks in the first inning.
Yeah, the wind's just now starting to pick up, so I think it was a matter of Ratliff just got a hold of that ball and took it over that left field wall, almost left center pretty much, for this 3-0 lead.
Yeah, when that ball left the bat, I thought that is out of here.
Yeah, that wind's barely blowing the flag out there in right field, beyond right field.
1-0 on the catcher Keel. She asks for timeout and gets it. The 1-0 pitch. That's a strike over the outside corner. Evens the count at 1-1. Bases are empty now, courtesy of Libby Ratliff's home run. Give her 3 RBIs also. Right back to Farrar. She makes the play for the second out. That'll bring up the 6th batter of the inning, that being the designated player, Nicole Lang. High and outside, the first pitch to Lang. Swung at an outside fastball.
She got her to reach. That ball hit crossed over the outside of the corner low.
Lang, a sophomore. A little bit high and outside on that one. 2-1 the count. Both pitchers struggling here in the first inning. Alexis Maka managed to get out of it, but so far Cassidy Farrar has not been able to get out of it, giving up 3 runs. One of those will be unearned because of an error. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first. Sectional 8 softball. High and outside, another full count.
Just outside on that pitch.
How many full counts has she had so far? That's at least the second or third, isn't it?
This is 3 out of 5.
Yep.
Actually, 3 out of 6. Every other hitter.
The full count pitch. Swing and a miss. So in that inning, Cassidy Farrar managed to strike out 2 of the batters, but in the inning for the Royals, they did put 3 across on 2 hits, 1 error, nobody left on base. So at the end of 1, Royals 3, Shamrocks nothing.
Logan Street Signs and Banners is celebrating 25 years. And they've only been on Logan Street. They were only on Logan Street for 3 years. They've been serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. They specialize in last-minute signage and banners. You can contact them at 773-7200 or visit their new website, loganstreetsigns.com. You can also follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
IHSAA Sectional 8 softball here on Hamilton County Television this afternoon. Weather permitting, we'll have IHSAA Baseball Sectional 8 coming up on Wednesday afternoon and evening from Westfield High School, where the boys will be playing this year.
Yeah, weather's always interesting with this week, whether it's softball getting postponed or it's baseball.
It's just been one of those seasons that we've just had so many games that have been had to be changed and interrupted in progress.
We've been told that if baseball does get postponed Wednesday, they may shoot for Friday because of the graduations.
Carmel High School has graduation on Thursday is what the situation is.
Yep. Carmel fans, if you're listening, Hamilton County TV will be broadcasting Carmel graduation live Thursday night.
Strike 1 called on Alexis McClure.
Have just a confirmation. Carmel graduation will be aired live on HCTV2.com. We'll also announce that during Game 2 tonight when Carmel plays Noblesville. HCTV2.com for the Greyhound graduation. Like that one went just off the handle.
A ball and 2 strikes on Alexis McClure. McClure is a .263 batter. See if Alexis Maka looks a little sharper this inning, Craig. I think she just wasted that pitch, period. I don't think she had any intention of putting that thing anywhere near the plate. Ashton Keel was standing up to almost in the right-handed batter's box to catch that. The 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball foul once again over to the third base side.
She had something on that, little mustard on that, because that looked like it was going to be a solid hit between second and third, or shortstop and third baseman, but that kind of went backwards toward the on-deck area.
She just got out in front of it just a little bit too much. Maka took just enough off of it for her to get out in front of it. Fastball, swing and a miss.
Jammed her. Up and in. We're out number 1.
Well, this was the same way Alexis Maka started the top of the first against Lexi Martin with a swinging strikeout, and then things kind of went downhill from that point for her. But we'll have to see how she does here with the second and third batters. Number 8 batter Lexi Falls steps in. .216 average this season. Playing second base tonight for Brian Rivercombe.
Correction, number 15, Lexi Falls.
Can't say just how much the weather has cooperated today and how wonderful it is outside here today.
We've got a whole slew of us, we public address announcers here today. Obviously, John Brooks, Sarah McClure passing by. Yourself, myself, down the third baseline toward the gator over there, Bob Tremaine.
Bob is in the house, huh?
He made his presence known early.
I didn't hear him yet.
You may when the second game
We'll hear him later. Fly ball pops back in. Air on the fan. He knows he should have had that one. He's throwing his hands up in the air saying he was trying to protect his wife.
His face is turning red. Of course, I think anyone's would if they misplayed a foul ball coming at him.
That wasn't hit that hard, fortunately. The 1-2 pitch.
Got
Strike 3 called. A beautiful curveball.
Strike 3 for 2 away.
That just absolutely froze Lexi Fall there. I don't think she was expecting a curve at all on that pitch at that 1-2 count. I think she was expecting something fast and outside and just did not get it. That'll bring up the shortstop, Reagan Nickel.
Last time we saw Westfield when they hosted Noblesville, I think Reagan Nickel batted second or third. So they've shifted the order up. And Lexi Martin obviously now leading off.
Well, Alexis Maka looks much calmer out there on the mound right now than she did in the first inning. She looks like she's got control of the game back.
Sure helps when you have a 3-0 lead and how they did it.
0-2. Now on Reagan Nickel. Fans to our right like the pitch. Their fans to our left like the pitch. Fans to our right do not. That was close, though. There's a pop-up. First baseman Kaylee Carter goes over, takes it in foul territory for the third out of the inning. So we're through 1.5 in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Shamrocks. Middle of the second, still 1-0 in favor of the Royals. Let's talk a little bit about the rest of our sectional schedule here, Craig, because
it gets dicey.
Yeah, if weather cooperates, we will be at Westfield on Wednesday. Thursday, one way or the other, there will be no games. There will be no sectional softball or sectional baseball because of the Carmel graduation, and all depending on what the weather does. If we lose a day here in the softball sectional, we could have both baseball and softball sectionals going on Friday night here at Fishers, which would either be the semifinal or the final. And the opening round of the sectional baseball tournament, which is scheduled for Wednesday. The second and third rounds are actually going to be played Memorial Day on Monday. We'll start at 10 o'clock in the morning with a doubleheader, and then the championship game that evening. Kaylee Carter steps into the batter's box for the Royals. Takes the first pitch for ball 1.
Yeah, it ought to be interesting how the weather pans out the rest of the week for us.
There's a foul ball right over the
She
over the head of.
Fed that to her.
Yeah, right over the head of Coach Dave Cook there, down in the third base coach's box. That one is going to be caught. Yes, good job there by Ashley Schwartout. What I was wondering about whether that was going to hit the roof of the dugout or not. It was very, very close to the dugout.
I was another foot.
Yeah, but Schwartout got over there. She stopped in time, so she didn't. She actually ran into the fence, but fortunately, she didn't get hurt.
She's got that good awareness, like she's had behind the plate, and it takes quite an adjustment to play one of the corner infield spots once you do leave catching, and they would probably trust no one other than her to step into that third base role.
Shelby Berthold in there with a 1-1 count, gets brushed back to make it 2-1. Again, the partisan fans on each side of us are expressing their joy and frustration. But the one thing I will say in the plate umpires, defense. He's been very consistent on that lower outside corner tonight. And understand that our associate Perry Williams is watching us down in Tennessee, probably down there watching his grandkids play.
Yeah, his grandson in Spring Hill. They are in the state finals once again. I'm not sure if it's a state championship game, but second year in a row.
So we'll excuse him for not being here.
Oh yeah, that's plenty excuse.
Eliza Moore steps in. .455 hitter in the 9 spot.
That's not too shabby at all.
She's only played in 18 games. Pop up to the second baseman, Lexi Falls. One pitch, and Moore is out.
Number 11, Abby Taylor.
Second out of the inning. Back to the top of the order, Abby Taylor, who had a single and eventually scored on that 3-run homer by Libby Ratliff in the first inning.
Obviously, Taylor reaching the first inning. If Ferrer can, obviously, here it is. The elusive. Oh,
will she get there in time?
Safe.
No.
E4.
Unfortunately, I was going to say Millers. The Shamrocks pick up their second error of the night. Both of them have been done by second baseman Lexi Falls. Nicole Dillo struck out swinging in the first inning. Shelby Berthold on second. Abby Taylor on first. Nicole Dillo at the plate. Takes the first pitch for strike one.
Yeah, just before that error happened at second base there by Falls, I was saying Ferrer needs an inning to where she can leave a runner on base and kind of get her confidence, and this is what she's looking for right here.
There's a pop-up. The shortstop got it.
Oh, she just about let that go.
Reagan Nickel. That thing almost blew out of there, but she makes the play for the third out of the inning. So in the inning, the Royals have no runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 left on the bases. We're through 2 with a 3-0 score. The Royals over the Shamrocks.
Wofford Theater Movies on the Go. You can check out the schedule for Movies on the Go at WoffordTheater.com. Free movies at Witten Park, and unfortunately, the first movie of the season on Saturday got rained out with Finding Dory. So back to it with Moana on June 3rd, Saturday, June 3rd at Witten Park in Fishers, presented by Saxony, and also on Saturday, June 17th with the movie Sing. Also, there are free classic movies events at Forest Park in Noblesville, starting on Fridays, starting with June 2nd through August 4th. Those movies will include Patch Adams, The Philadelphia Story, August Rush, Funny Face, Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken, and that's just June, Brad.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I got to tell you, Patch Adams is one of my favorite all-time movies.
And obviously something that's quite an event in Noblesville. The Noblesville Street Dance will be at Federal Hill Commons this year, the new public park in Noblesville right there just down from the hospital, Riverview Hospital. That'll be sponsored by Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and Hamilton County TV.
Lexi Martin, first baseman, steps in. 0-1 on her. Evens the count up at 1-1. She struck out swinging in the first inning.
I've got pitch counts going to keep track of both pitchers, but I think softball may be a little bit different.
It's much different than baseball.
Yep. Obviously, they can pitch that, throw that many more pitches. And
I've seen the same pitcher throw 2 and 3 games in a day. It's just amazing. It's just
when they
the motion. Yeah, the motion is so much different than it is in baseball. The underhand, it just. It's not that it's not hard on the arm. Anything like that's hard on the arm, but it's not nearly the strain on the arm. Pop up there. Shortstop Nicole Dillo takes that one. for the first out of the inning.
Now batting double Dory Thompson.
This forearm muscle, my dad pitched fast pitch for 25 years, and I don't think that muscle will ever go away.
Yeah.
He's got it looks like it's a baseball sitting there when he flexes his forearm.
One out. We're in the top of the third. Royals are ahead 3-0. Thompson rung up on that one, 0-1. There's a pop-up. That is in foul territory. First baseman is over there. And Kaylee Carter makes the play in foul territory just in front of the Shamrock dugout.
Next up, number 9,
it's huge.
Cassidy Ferrer.
2 hitters, just 6 pitches so far.
Yeah.
She's kind of cutting her pitch count in half per inning.
She's gotten into a groove. She had 2 strikeouts and a fly out in the second inning. And now she's got 2 flyouts for the first 2 batters. Right over that outside corner at the knees for a called strike. Here's another foul ball. That's coming straight back here, going right at cameraman Will upstairs.
Wonder if he had his arm extended out. Yeah, I thought that would come through the hole to go upstairs.
Then you win the lotto.
Oh yeah,
it's $50 if it goes through the window there. Jim Brown will pay you.
Let's hold him to that.
Speaking of Jim Brown, I'd like to really extend our thanks to Athletic Director, Supreme Jim Brown, Rob Seymour for their hospitality here at Fishers High School, especially thank them for bringing us such a great day weather-wise today.
Which they had everything to do with.
Oh, yeah. Well, let them take credit for it. I'm glad to. A little bit low, works at the 2-2.
But they will take this over the weather we've had in the past for sure. We took cover. I think there were a lot of lightning strikes a couple years ago when Fishers hosted softball sectional, and we took cover. Not sure why, but underneath the bleachers. Not a good place.
No.
Most people went to their cars, I think.
Hot shot right over to Libby Ratliff. She grabs it for the third out. So, in the top of the third for the Shamrocks, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on the bases. Middle of the third, score remains. Hamilton Southeastern Royals 3, Nobles not. I keep saying Noblesville.
They're coming up next.
They're coming up next.
They're walking this way, actually.
Well, Westfield's got black uniforms on today. The Westfield Shamrocks, nothing.
Ivy Tech prepares Indiana residents to learn, live, and work in a diverse and competitive environment. To answer any questions on enrolling or general information, you can visit their website at ivytech.edu or give them a call at 921-4300. Campuses all over central Indiana.
Great place to learn. I know some people who go there.
Do you?
Do you? I think you know them, too.
Yeah?
Isn't that where Mr. Will goes?
I believe so.
Will Wofford, our cameraman extraordinaire, assistant executive producer.
We'll give him that big title.
Bottom of the third, the Royals will have the 3, 4, and 5 batters coming up. That'll be Jordan Rager, Libby Ratliff, and Ashton Keel. Rager reached on an error in the first and scored on Ratliff's 3-run homer. First pitch is outside for ball 1.
I think no matter what happens, these pitchers are going to go as long as they can because these are the horses that these two teams ride with.
Yeah, they are their workhorses, no doubt about it.
Not calling them,
I understand the terminology.
Ooh,
that one's over the inside corner of the plate. Makes
Great
it
pitch.
2 balls and 1 strike now. Rager swings at that one, just barely fouls it off to the left. Getting some encouragement there from Libby Ratliff, who's in the on-deck circle.
And why not?
Yeah.
Ratliff had a nice 2-run jack over the left
Millers
field wall.
are in the house.
Yep, they've already taken their cuts in the cage, and they're ready for this game to get over so they can take the field against Carmel.
That ought to be a heck of a game.
Yep. Noblesville coming in at 13-10, Carmel 15-7. I believe that was a 1-run game the last time those two duked it out.
Mm-hmm. There's another foul ball. Well, a bit of trivia for our viewers. One of these teams in this sectional of the 6 teams has beat the other 5. Only one team has done it. Any idea which one it might be?
I'm going to guess Southeastern.
You are correct. Hot shot to Reagan Nickel. Gets it over to first in time.
Good stretch.
To Lexi Martin. Makes a nice stretch to retire Jordan Rager. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Yeah, it's the Royals who have beaten all 5 of the other teams in this sectional. But, you know, Craig, when it comes down to sectional time, you can throw a lot of those records away.
Yep, records are out the window. You know, it's great that Southeastern was able to beat, go 5-0 against the sectional opponents. But that honestly, like they say with, basketball or football, whichever sport, records are out the window.
And I really don't think in this in the research I've done on this sectional so far, I don't think you have a real clear favorite like you had in this thing last year with Fishers. I think conventional wisdom was last year at this time that the sectional was Fishers to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. They were highly ranked, highly favored, had a great pitcher, and they deserved the win. Ground ball to third, over to first, dug it out of the dirt, 1 bounce, and swore it out to Martin. And Libby Ratliff is retired. That's probably a sigh of relief for Cassidy Farrar after what she did last time. Second out of the inning brings up the catcher Ashton Keel. Keel grounded right back to Cassidy Farrar her last time up. One thing I'm noticing with the softball players, especially these last 2 years, not seeing quite as many of the slap-type hitters.
Right.
More moving more toward the traditional type hitting.
Just straight up hitting the ball.
Yeah.
Putting it in play.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing if they can get on or move their teammates over.
2-0 on the catcher Keel. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Royals ahead 3-0. That one was right over the heart of the plate, just about belt high for a called strike.
There's athletic director of Westfield, Bill Davis.
Timeout is called. Farrar was just starting her warm-up. I don't know if Keel asked for the timeout or the home plate umpire decided he was going to clean the plate, one or the other. But
I think I would choose when she's not going to get in the windup.
There's a fly ball to left field. Grace Beam is under it. She's got it.
Good inning out there for Farrar.
First time that Farrar has taken the Royals down 3-3. So in the bottom of the 3rd, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on the bases. Line score at the end of 3. Royals with 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors. Westfield Shamrocks, no runs, 1 hit, and 2 errors. And speaking of other things coming up, looking forward to fall, I know Jim is going to be working on the football schedule for us. And we'll have Friday night football every night. And I'm going to make an assumption here that our Monday evening coaches show will be back on. And so we'll take a little time this summer and rest and relax a little bit. We'll give give Will and Jim a few days off, but they'll be busy with a lot of different events going on in Noblesville, and of course the crowning event for the summer for Noblesville is that big street dance. Which,
July 8th.
When my daughter moved to Noblesville a number of years ago, she called me up one day and said, "Dad, you got to come up here and go to the street dance. It's really neat."
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was really impressed.
Yep, and I believe
Yeah.
they'll be showing movies that night at Federal Hill Commons.
Yeah.
Which, if you haven't been by there, folks, it's a beautiful setup. And no matter when, you can take your kids there. There's a playground. There's
Well, other family things, a 4-H fair.
Oh, yeah.
Jim will be out there at the 4-H fair coming. I'm not sure what the dates on that are. That's usually sometime in
June, I
middle.
believe.
I can't remember if it was middle or later part of July, or I'm
It
not
may
sure.
be later July.
We're moving into the fourth inning with the Shamrocks. Leading off will be the third baseman, Ashley Swartout, followed by designated player Kelsey Powers and left fielder Grace Beam. The 4, 5, and 6 batters in Brian Rivercomb's batting order. Alexis Maka's mowed him down 3 up, 3 down the last 2 innings. Let's see how much success she has this time. Swinging a foul straight back.
Swartout's got a bat on the ball right away.
She's got the only hit for the Shamrocks so far this evening. Came in the first inning.
She laced that ball up the middle in the first inning, but she was stranded at first. Actually, she was stranded at second.
It's second, yeah. Swing and a miss, 0-2. I don't know if one of the coaches said something to Maka after that first inning, but she has just calmed right down and taken command of this game. High and outside. That's one where the catcher Keel kind of gives that thing away because she just stands up waiting for that thing to come in there, and
not
batter's watching
you could
her at
frame.
all. Yeah. Line drive right into the glove of Nicole Dillo. We've seen a couple of those tonight so far.
Yeah, especially one to, I believe, end last inning. Yep. No, I'm sorry.
Now batting number 20, Kelsey Powers.
Into the top of the third inning for Westfield.
Mm-hmm.
So line up to Swartout, or third base.
Yeah. Kelsey Powers, the designated player, reached on a walk her first time up, so officially 0 for 0. Strike one. Strike two, right over the heart of the plate, waist high. I don't think she's gone to a full count again since the first inning, has she?
Actually, I don't know no full counts yet.
Okay.
Close.
The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Powers goes down swinging.
Her fifth strikeout for Maka.
That was just power. Just plain and simple power, Craig. Wow.
She's got these Westfield hitters thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's up to Grace Beam here with 2 outs.
Her fastball is being very, very effective now. And she's getting it close enough to the plate that the batters have got to swing at it. But some of them are just having trouble catching up to it. There's a bunt picked up by Ratliff over to first.
Ooh, that was close.
Carter manages to stay in the bag. She was stretching to get that, but goes as a third to first out for the third out of the inning. So top of the fourth, once again for the Shamrocks, same story. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left in the bases. Middle of the fourth, still Royals 3, Shamrocks nothing.
Community Health Network is Central Indiana's leader in providing healthcare services where and when patients need them. With any questions, you can contact Community Health at 317-355-7775 or check out their website at ecommunity.com. Church, Hiddle, and Antrim, attorneys at law. From personal injury claims to complex business litigations to divorce cases, Church, Hiddle, and Antrim protects the rights of individuals, businesses, schools, and government bodies all around Indiana, including Noblesville, Fishers, Merrillville, and Tipton. You can contact their Noblesville office at the corner of 9th and Connor Street at 773-5320 or visit their website at cchalaw.com.
71 degrees, a south wind at 7, humidity 42%. You couldn't ask for better conditions than we've got today.
Our
Designated
crack
player,
meteorologist Brad Silbert.
Yeah. Bouncer to Ashley Swart out over to first. One pitch, one out. Nicole Lang grounds out.
Now batting, the first baseman,
No,
number 9,
we're obviously not
Haley
sure how
Carter.
many games that Swartout's played for third base, but she's playing very well over there.
Mm-hmm.
Very alert, very astute of what's going on.
Rick Heflin. Did I get that right? Rick Heflin, we'd like to say hello to him. He's watching us this afternoon on Facebook, one of the many ways that you can watch Hamilton County Television. Appreciate you viewing the game today, Rick. Hope you're enjoying it.
Folks, you can also, on your smart TV, using Apple TV, Roku TV, or any of your devices that you have on your phone, you can go to our YouTube channel at Hamilton County TV and watch that way.
Kaylee Carter hits that one right back to Cassidy Farrar. Farrar is making it look easy right now.
Number 6.
She just needs her offense to help out as well.
Yeah, she's retired. Let's see what she's retired.
That's 6 in a row.
6 in a row now, yeah. Center fielder Shelby Berthold comes in. Walked and ended up at second last time. Was stranded there. One and 0 on Berthold. 1-0 pitch. That one dropped right over the plate. That looked like it was going to be high, but boy, that broke at the last minute and got the top of the strike zone. Nice pitch by Farrar. Another one in the same place. Good pitch.
Wouldn't surprise me here if Cassidy got her to chase high on this 1-2 count. Or away.
High and away. Got her. Third out of the inning. This game is moving along rather quickly. So in the bottom of the fourth, no runs, no hits, no errors for the Royals. At the end of 4, score is still Royals 3, Westfield Shamrocks nothing.
Smith's Jewelers has been serving Hamilton County, including Noblesville, Fishers, Westfield, and Carmel, for over 65 years. Many jewelry stores have come and gone, yet Smith's still remains. If one were to ask how and why, the answer would be our outstanding jewelry selection and customer service. The knowledgeable staff at Smith's Jewelers is eager to give our customers a memorable and positive experience. You can contact them at 773-3383. Check out their website at smithsonthesquare.com or pop into their store. They're at the corner of 9th and Logan Streets in Noblesville, right there on the square.
Craig, both of these teams have really settled down after a very shaky start. And
Now batting the right fielder, number 24, Alexis
the
McClure.
Shamrocks, after giving up a number of runs, have settled down. And now the Royals, they've done the same thing. The Shamrocks start out the 5th. First pitch to Alexis McClure is high and outside for ball 1. This has gone from being a hitter's battle, which it was in the first inning, to being a pitcher's duel now. There's one. Oh, my. I thought Nicole Dillo was going to have that. She jumped, tried to make a play on it, but just could not make the play. And Alexis McClure has the second hit of the day for the Shamrocks.
Now batting the second baseman, number 15.
That'll bring up Lexi Falls. She was a strikeout victim in the second inning. First time the leadoff batter has been on for the Shamrocks. There's a pop-up right to the first baseman, Kaylee Carter. She grabs it for the first out.
Next up, the shortstop, number 3, Reagan Nickel.
Reagan Nickel flew out last time to end the second inning.
And she popped out in foul territory.
There's one coming right back to us.
If that window would have been open.
Yeah, we would have had it. It would have been over my head. But good thing they got plexiglass in here.
That hit the pane there.
Yeah, Hot shot down the left field side.
Nickel with a nice foul ball there. Keeping those fans alert down there. Looks like we've got some Carmel fans down the left field line, Noblesville fans down the right field line, along with Westfield down there mixed. Just waiting. Good crowd here tonight.
Well, the winner of these two games tonight will play in the second game on Friday, I believe, isn't it? The second game? Or is it the first game? No, it's the first game in the next round.
First game, yep.
Yeah.
Fishers North Central will be game 2 of the semifinals.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Reagan Nickel.
Oh, wow.
Another foul ball. Hot shot down there right into the stands there. We've had a number of balls that have been hit hard into foul territory today, Craig, and it's like the old adage, when you go to the ballpark, you got to be on the ball. You got to be alert because you get hit by one of these things, that's kind of smart.
Leave a welt.
Oh, my.
Wow.
I thought that was going to be strike 3.
I think
that was close.
Keel's leg was blocking that outside corner, but that was extremely close to being strike 3.
From my viewpoint, that looked like that caught the corner of the plate, but swing and a miss.
Off speed.
Second out of the inning. Back to the top of the order for the Shamrocks. That'll bring up Lexi Martin.
Next up, the leadoff hitter,
Struck out
first
and
baseman,
popped
number
up to the
21,
shortstop
Lexi
in the
Martin.
third inning. Martin, a .350 hitter. A beautiful sunshiny afternoon. Very, very few clouds in the sky today. Those of you watching us in high definition are seeing one beautiful Indiana afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
It's this way 365 days a year here, isn't it?
Wow.
Maybe
Couple
364.
Couple days off.
Oh.
In a perfect world.
I know my umbrellas and ponchos have gotten a lot of work here lately.
Well, we just, like Sunday morning, that 15, 20 minutes when it just was a monsoon outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden it stops.
There's a strike, 2-1.
Meanwhile, Alexis McClure just waiting at first base to get it advanced by a teammate.
Had a leadoff hit. Been stranded there ever since. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Fooled her with a nice fastball there over the outside corner of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 on. We're in the top of the fifth. Royals are ahead 3-0 over the Shamrocks. Shamrocks trying to get something going here. There's a pop-up. Will that be playable? No.
Oh, down.
Kaylee Carter gave that a try, but just could not get over there in time to get to that ball.
Westfield first base coach did her best to get out of the way. I think she was out of the way of Carter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no interference or anything there. I mean, that was no problem there whatsoever. Another 2-2 pitch coming to the first baseman, Lexi Martin. Strike 3 called on the outside corner of the plate at the knees. Martin didn't question that at all. She knew she was rung up. So in the top of the fifth for the Shamrocks, there was no run. There was one hit. Second hit of the game for the Shamrocks. No errors, 1 left on the bases. Middle of the fifth. Score remains Hamilton Southeastern Royals 3, Westfield Shamrocks nothing. Do it for the Royals coming up in the fifth will be their 8-9-1 batters. Correction, make that 9-1-2. That's Eliza Moore, Abby Taylor, and Nicole Dillow. So, in addition to, we were talking about some of the other stuff going on this summer, in addition to the street dance, the Hamilton County 4-H fair, and in that, it's kind of like that. Who was that cartoon character who used to say he's everywhere? That's what Jim is.
Yeah.
He's everywhere. You know, if you got an event going on in Noblesville or Hamilton County, chances are Hamilton County Television is going to be there and going to be covering, whether it's sports, civic activities, a city council meeting. You know, Hamilton County Television
got
is there.
You covered.
And we are glad to have you along with us today. Moving into the bottom of the fifth, right fielder Eliza Moore, a .455 hitter, steps in. She flew out to second base to end, or rather the second out in the second inning. Second pitch from Farrar. That one's over the corner of the plate, 0-2.
She's obviously settled in, only 2 base runners in the past 3 innings. A walk and Taylor reaching on an error. But like I keep saying, she just needs the Westfield offense to pick her up.
Well, at the same time that she got into the groove, so did Alexis Maka. But the difference being is the Royals managed to put some runs across in the first inning. Strike 3. She thought she had called timeout, but she did not.
She was sliding out as soon as she was in her windup. You cannot do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 11.
Back to the top of the order for the Royals. That'll bring up Abby Taylor. A base hit and reached on an error in the second. She scored the first run of the game on that Libby Ratliff 3-run homer in the first inning. There's a strike call. Taylor batting .448. Bouncing ball foul. Oh, Jeff Moore still kind of got some pretty good form out there, doesn't he?
Got her in an 0-2 hole here.
The 0-2 pitch to Taylor. There's a bouncer off right between the first and second baseman. And Taylor manages to beat that out. You know, on that play, Craig, had Lexi Martin not been diving for that ball, Alexis McClure may have had a chance to get that ball back to her and get it to first, but it goes in as a base hit. So Taylor is 2 for 3 in the game today. First hit since the first inning for the Royals. Third hit of the day. Double play opportunity here. One first, and oh boy. That's a bad break for the Shamrocks because Reagan Nickel was right over there on the base, and she just plain and simple missed that. So that's going to be an error on an E6, And officially, I think we have to give Dillo a fielder's choice, don't we?
That's an E6 fielder's choice.
And so we have runners now at first and third with one out, and Jordan Rager stepping in. High and outside and on the play, Nicole Dillo takes second for a stolen base. No throw at all.
Yeah, it's kind
of a given.
Yep, that she wouldn't have thrown on that. Just a real risky play, throwing down.
Inside, ball almost gets away from Arvin, but she does manage to get it stopped. 2-0 on Rager. Reached on an error in the first inning. Grounded out to the shortstop in the third. The 2-0 pitch.
Yep.
That one's right over the inside corner of the plate, makes it 2-1.
Rager shied back, but that kind of allowed the umpire to say, hey, that was on the corner.
Farrar needed that pitch, Craig. She did not want to go down 3-0.
No.
That one's high and inside, 3-1. 1 out, 2 on, 3-1 on Jordan Rager. A critical point in this game because the Shamrocks just do not want to give up any more runs here. There's a well-hit ball into center field. Off the wall. That's going to score at least 2. And Jordan Rager is going to be in there with a stand-up double and 2 RBIs.
I was going to say the last time she had a 3-1 count on a hitter, she walked Shelby Berthold. And this time, Jordan Rager with a nice double off that center field fence.
So Rager is standing at second. I think Coach Dave Cook may be putting looks like he may be making a change here. Yes, we're going to get 19. We're going to get a pinch runner.
Into pinch run for the Royals, number 19, Lillian Liner.
Liner, the pinch runner, at second for Jordan Rager. There's a ground ball. Will that get through? Didn't get through, but the run is going to end up scoring. I think the Shamrocks kind of fell asleep on that one, Craig, because that ball was hit right between the second baseman and the shortstop, and it bound off of Reagan Nichols' glove, and at the same time Dave Cook was watching what was going on out there, and neither Nickel or Falls seemed to really go after the ball, so he just sent Lillian Liner. She was still at full speed when she came around there, and he said, I'm not stopping you.
Yeah.
And so she ends up scoring on the play, scoring the 6th run of the game for the Royals. I think we do have to give. It looks. Oh, they're giving it. Looks like that's going to be an error.
Interesting.
Now batting the catcher, number 31, Ashton Keel.
Just foul.
Oh, we had an error earlier in the inning, didn't we? Yeah,
so
that is going to be a hit.
See, he's doing his job over here.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
We're just caught up in, okay, this was a hit, this was a hit. That was an E6 on the throw.
Mm-hmm.
That got Taylor to third.
Still only 1 out. Catcher Ashton Keel at the plate. Bounced back to the pitcher and flew out to left field so far today. 3 runs in so far here in the bottom of the 5th for the Royals. High. Throw down to first. Ratliff is back in plenty of time. Ratliff 2 for 3 on the day. I guess under those circumstances, since they charged an error, you can't give her an RBI on that, unfortunately.
Correct.
Swing and a miss.
Arvin holds. That's out number 2.
But on the play, Ratliff advanced to second. That'll bring up the designated player, Nicole Lang. Brian Rivercombe talking to the home plate umpire. I'm not sure what they would be talking about. I think what they're probably talking about here, Craig, is if Libby Ratliff can advance on that play, since there could not be a throw to first because first base was occupied.
Oh,
is that considered a dead ball play or not? Apparently not.
True.
We're hearing now that they're saying the runner had a base open in front of her. She was free to go. So it stands the way they called it. Swing and a big miss. Lang is struck out swinging and bounced out to the third baseman. Seventh batter for Farrar in this inning. High.
Wild pitch.
That's going to send Ratliff down to third base in the wild pitch. Six runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Royals. No runs, 2 hits, 3 errors for the Shamrocks. That one gets away, but Ratliff does not have a chance to get in. I don't know if she wasn't paying attention to that or maybe looking away, but that ball seemed to get far enough away that she might have had a chance to score on that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's one right under the glove of the shortstop, Reagan Nickel. That will be a base hit, though, I believe. Won't you say?
Yeah, that's underneath her glove. Giving
another
an RBI.
Another run, another hit. So 4 runs, 4 hits so far in the inning. That'll bring up the first baseman, number 9, Kaylee Carter. The Royals had gone hitless in the second, third, and fourth, and the floodgates have opened here in the bottom of the 5th, and it looks like we're going to get another pinch runner here.
15, Danielle Planet.
In the pinch run, number 15, Danielle Planet.
So pinch run for Lang at first base.
Gets a chance to get herself in the record book for a sectional game. 8th batter of the inning takes the first pitch for strike 1. Two outs, 1 on, 4 in so far here in the 5th. That one gets away, and that's going to send Planet down to second base. I'm not sure if that bounced in or if that just got away from Arvin.
Looked like it bounced off of either her glove or that'll be a pass ball maybe.
Yeah. Cassidy Ferreira's just had the bottom fall out in this inning. Ground ball foul over to the third base coach, Dave Cook.
I think she's hoping for just one more strike or a ground ball out here.
Dave Cook, a legend in softball. Over 25 years of coaching, over 500 wins. Kind of like the Energizer Bunny, just keeps on going. There's one that's going to fall in there all the way to the wall.
One hopper.
Another run is going to score, and Kaylee Carter is going to be into second with a stand-up double. So the bottom has just absolutely fallen out here for the Shamrocks, and the floodgates have opened for the Royals. In the 9th For the inning, the center fielder, Shelby Berthold, comes up bat. We're going to get another change here.
22, Lily Upchurch going to run out.
2 more runs ends the.
That's true.
Over the inside. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Started and ended the inning with a strikeout.
Yep.
Struck out 3, but a lot happened.
So in the 5th for the runs and 5, Greg, the Hawks have got a lot of
work to do as I have a decent order, but only amounted to one of their 2. Are on off. Dory Thompson actually swore out. Sassy Salon. Offered.
Oh,
this.
Probably Jim.
He may have.
It's tight, isn't it?
Or it is tight.
Okay.
Or did Perry do that? Nonetheless. Sassy Salon, located in Noblesville, give Brandon call at 317-501-0572. And if you mention Hamilton County TV where you heard this ad, you receive 10% off. Give Brenda a call at 501-0572 or Donna at 931-436-0678.
Number 2, 3, and 4 batters. Brian Rivercomb's order coming up here in the 6th. First pitch from Alexis Maka misses for ball 1. Thompson reached on a walk, flew out to the third baseman in the 3rd inning. Or the first baseman, rather.
That one's low.
2-0. The 2-0 pitch.
Maka's got.
That's a strike.
7 Ks, 6-4 for Rare. By looking at the scoreboard, you wouldn't think it's a pitcher's duel, but these two pitchers are dueling.
Well, with the exception of 3 half innings, it's been a pitcher's duel. There was a nice pitch by Maka putting that thing over the plate. Thompson just swung straight through that. The 2-2 pitch, a little high.
That's kind of a hard frame to sell. Wow.
Just a little bit high. Full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Now batting the pitcher, number 9, Cassidy Ferrer.
Ferrer reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st. Lined out to 3rd. In the 3rd. Shamrocks are down to their last 5 outs. Swing and a miss. Maka just seems to be in a groove now, Craig.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's been through the order, twice now.
Mm-hmm. It's 3rd time through, yeah.
Yep. And I think she knows what she wants, and her pitcher, or catcher, Keel, knows exactly what to call.
Mm-hmm. Counts even at 1-1 with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Maka fooled her on that high outside fastball. But a hittable pitch. I mean, it was a little high, but that's a very hittable pitch. But I think Farrar just couldn't catch up with it.
Yeah, it was. She tried, but her bat was just not.
Little outside. I'm sorry, Ashton. You're not going to frame that one.
No, that's pitcher to pitcher here.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on. Top of the 6th, Royals 8. Shamrocks nothing. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout. What is that, about 10 now, I believe?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts
9
for Alexis
strikeouts.
Maka.
Wow.
Now batting the
Third baseman Ashley Swartout steps in. 1 for 2. Base hit in the first. Lined out hard to shortstop Nicole Dillo in the 4th. There's a nice pitch right over the heart of the plate at the knees for strike 1. I can remember it was 10 years ago this year that Morgan Mello
Yep, sure was.
took the Royals all the way to the state and undefeated. And I had the privilege of broadcasting that game with our friend Will Hampton, the championship game. What a moment.
I was actually there covering that game for
Swing and a miss.
what used to be called HoosierAuthority.com.
I remember them very well.
Oh, yeah.
3 up, 3 down in the top of the 6th for the Shamrocks. So in the middle of the 6th, the score remains Royals 8, Shamrocks nothing. Hey, let's hear a little bit about Indiana Restoration there, Craig.
And no job is too small or too big for Indiana Restoration and Cleaning Services.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Whether you're a homeowner or a large business experiencing water, fire, or storm, or mold remediation, or a homeowner that simply needs a good carpet cleaning, Indiana Restoration has you covered. Give them a call at 317-776-9942 or visit them online at indianarestoration.com. They are located directly on the east side of the property behind the Wofford Theater, Noblesville Trophies, and Logan Street Signs and Banners.
But not on Logan Street.
No, not on
on South 10th Street.
Yes, sir, on South 10th Street.
I was driving down South 10th Street the other day and
with,
got caught up in that.
The new roundabout being
the
formed.
new roundabout. Unfortunately, I know my way around Noblesville fairly well, so I was able to get around it. But I'm driving down there from my daughter's house, and I thought, oh boy, this road's closed, isn't it? But what can you say?
Yeah, I found out as I was driving, same as you one day, and I had seen a while back that they were talking about making the Greenfield Avenue, Christians Avenue, the whole 10th Street area there a roundabout, and all of a sudden it's becoming a roundabout.
Eliza Moore steps in the bottom of the 6th for the Royals. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. 0 for 2 on the day. That one's a little bit high, evens up the count at 1-1.
Southeastern looking to put a couple runs up here in this bottom of the 6th so they can end the ball game.
You know, if you live in Hamilton County, anywhere in Hamilton County, you are accustomed to construction. And I just heard today that I'd been told for a while that the intersection of 131st and Cumberland Road was getting a roundabout, and they were supposed to start construction on it as soon as school was over and had it over. But I was told today that has been delayed for a year, so we get a reprieve, a little bit of a reprieve this summer. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Moore goes down swinging. First out of the bottom of the 6th.
What that would do to traffic over here in Fishers, it would obviously divert it to either 126th or a little bit north maybe, but that would cause a little trouble.
Oh, yeah. Well, their plan is when they do that, they're going to do a lot of the preliminary work first, and kind of like what they did on a couple of the other roundabouts, like the roundabout at 106th in Cumberland, where they had a lot of the preliminary work done first, and they only had to have the intersection totally closed for a short period of time. There's a ground ball. Lexi Falls scoops it up over to first to Lexi Martin, and it's 2 up and 2 down for the Royals here in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 27, Nicole Dillo.
Anyways, that project is being delayed by a year. But, of course, they're working on the preliminary work on all the improvements on State Road 37 from between 126th Street and State Road 32. They're out there surveying and all that stuff, getting everything ready. So if you live in or around Hamilton County, especially the southern part of the county,
Look out for construction.
you are used to it, and it really is something. 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 6th. There's a fly ball to center field. Dory Thompson takes that one in, and the Royals go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 6th. You know, we were talking about Logan Street signs and banners. Let's talk just a little bit more about them.
Yeah, they've got quite a reputation. Been in Noblesville for 25 years, since 1992, and they specialize in last-minute signage and banners. And if you've got, like we see directly in front of us behind home plate, if you've got signs like the Fishers Tigers have here, head on over to Logan Street Signs and Banners, or head to LoganStreetSigns.com, or give them a call at 773-7200. They've got all of your needs for any of those, numerous types of signs and banners that you need, whether it's, your team's banner, or if it's something you want, whatever kind of, we see all kinds of banners out there. Give them a call.
You know what banner I'd like to see? I would like to see a banner of young Jim Wofford, the first day he had Logan Street Signs open.
A 1992 photo.
Yeah. I wonder if he's changed at all.
We'll ask him between games.
Number 20, Kelsey Powers.
Well, between games, we'll take a little break to catch our breath, and then we'll have the Noblesville Millers and the Carmel Greyhounds in the second game of the first round of Sectional 8. Barring a miracle here, it looks like the Royals will be back to play another day, but stranger things have happened. Kelsey Power steps in, the first batter in the top of the 7th.
Hey guys, you have Alexis with kids strike.
Yep. Coming into the top of the 7th here, Alexis Maka with 10 strikeouts on the docket.
There's a nice pitch right at the knees on the inside corner of the plate. One ball, one strike. And Kelsey Power walked and struck out so far in this game today. That one's a little bit too far outside.
Millers and Greyhounds warming up over just beyond our right shoulders on the junior varsity field. They'll be up next. Carmel and Noblesville in game number 2 tonight.
Swing and a miss, evens the count, 2-2.
She jammed her inside and got her to kind of short swing.
Yeah. You know, when I played ball years ago, I could never get on top of the plate like the kids do today.
Oh.
I never felt like I had any power to hit the ball.
Well, just like you and I are both Cubs fans. Anthony Rizzo, same deal. He is that close to the plate in that left-handed batter's box. Ooh. I think she thought she was rung up there.
I do too. She didn't take off like she was getting a walk. Worked it to a full count. Kelsey Powers, the designated player. Swing and a foul tip right into the glove of Ashton Keel officially goes as a strikeout. Strikeout number 11. That brings up the left fielder Grace Beam. Struck out and grounded out so far today. Of the 6 innings that Alexa Maka has pitched, So far, only 2 of those. She's faced more than the minimum. There's a pop-up. Is that going to be playable? No.
Just out of play.
Just out of play.
You know, if this were to hold up as the final score in this game, the crazy thing with Westfield, they have just 3 seniors. And one has not, unfortunately, played tonight. Those are Cassidy Ferrer, Grace Beam, who's at the plate now, and Claire Halfley. Mm-hmm. So a lot coming back for Coach Revercombe next year.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of that cycle that happens in coaching, Greg. You know, there's things you can control and things you can't control, and you can't control graduation. You can't control injuries. You can't control people moving in and moving out of the community.
Yeah, or even, unfortunately, sometimes kids lose interest or they pick a different sport. Which
exactly.
There are some kids who have chosen, say, the lacrosse route these days. And
yeah. Well, there's so many different opportunities for kids to play, not only sports-wise, but all the extracurricular activities, the performing arts, the various clubs and everything. If you get a child in high school and that child isn't involved in something, that's
just about caught by a fan.
That's rare. I don't know if they could see that ball coming or not where they're standing.
Fan down there just beyond the dugout on the first base side. He saw it coming.
Just at the last – I saw him stick his hand out and tip it.
The red pole over there, the Fishers fan, it looks like he didn't see it, but the guy in the black shirt did. Shielded him.
1-2 on Grace Beam. There's a pop-up. Grabbed by the third baseman, Libby Ratliff.
Number 2.
The Shamrocks are down to their last out.
Pinch hitter is number 10.
Number 10.
Claire Halfley. Just spoke of her, the third senior.
Yeah, the senior on the team that had not played.
In the hit for the Lady Shamrocks.
A nice move on the part of Brian Rivercombe to put one of his seniors in.
With the other 2 starting?
Mm-hmm. The Royals 1 out away from advancing to meet the winner of second game tonight between the Millers and the Greyhounds.
Good patience by Halfley. Ball 1.
Beautiful facility here at Fishers. That was a grounder to second, over to first for the out.
And that's the ball game.
And that's the third out of the inning, and that is the game. The final score in tonight's game, the Hamilton Southeastern Royals with 8 runs, 7 hits, no errors.
At 5:30 versus the winner of the Carmel Noblesville game.
Westfield Shamrocks, no runs, 2 hits, and 3 errors. And Craig, just briefly, a quick sum of the game.
It was a matter of, obviously Southeastern found the innings. In the bottom of the first inning, 3 runs, including that 2-run, home run over that left field fence, and 5 runs in that bottom of the 5th inning that really propelled Southeastern and kind of really got to Cassidy Ferrer.
I think what set the tone for the game for the Royals was that in the top of the first, the Shamrocks came out. They were hitting the ball. They had the bases loaded. They had the potential of scoring 1, 2, maybe 3 runs. And Alexis Maka just managed to shut them down. And then in the very next half inning, Libby Ratliff comes out and puts a 3-run homer to the right of the scoreboard out there. And then in the 5th, the Royals just, added 5 more insurance runs. But I think, the first inning, in my opinion, was the one that set the tone for the whole game. It looked like that we were going to have both teams hitting the ball fairly well. The Royals were able to put the 3 runs across, but then we get to the second inning, And from that point on, Alexis Maka just plain and simple
Cruise control
and shut him down. I think she had 10 strikeouts.
11
strikeouts total.
Yep, had one there in the 7th.
Yeah. So what this means is that the Hamilton Southeastern Royals will advance to the semifinal round of the sectional. That game is scheduled for Wednesday night. That, of course, we have to say weather permitting because you just never can tell here. But if it does happen on Wednesday night, all the better, because that means we'll be doing baseball over in Westfield in that. So we're going to take a little break here, but in the meantime, we'd like to thank you for watching today's broadcast of IHSAA Softball Sectional 8 on Hamilton County Television, which has been presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, who are celebrating 25 years in the business. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors, those being Noblesville Trophies, Wofford Theater, their movies on the road, the Bold and Sassy Salon, Indiana Restoration, and Yancey's Final Apparel and Tuxedo Rental. On behalf of Craig Atkins, this is Brad Silbert. We'll see you back here for Carmel and Noblesville in about 25 or 30 minutes. Good afternoon. Thank you, sir.